Have you ever crushed on food because it's just so good? Now you can crush on new hot and fresh pizza from the Fresh Market. Here's why. Crushed is the fine Neapolitan flour in the crust. Crushed are the flavorful Italian tomatoes that cover it. Crushed is what our hot and fresh pepperoni pizza did to the biggest pizza chain in a blind taste test. So crush it with us on pizza night. Details at thefreshmarket.com. Of 502 respondents in a blind taste test, 61% chose the Fresh Market new hot and fresh pepperoni pizza over the competitor.
Welcome to We Are Not Journalists. I'm Maximilian Clark.
And I'm Walter Masterson.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Coming up on today's program, we do a deep dive into Trump's visit to the South Bronx.
Yes, we were there. We spoke with people.
It was distressing. It was pretty distressing.
Yeah, we're going to get into it. But first, we want to thank today's sponsor, Chick-fil-A's Summer Camp.
Yeah, of course. Chick-fil-A's summer camp for children for just $35 a day. Your kid can have all the fun of working in a Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's amazing.
You get your name badge, and a snack.
Oh my God, and just for $35, and you can send your kid...
You pay them $35, and
oh my God.
Your kid provides
can
them
work in
labor.
Chick-fil-A. These kids are so lucky.
Oh, so lucky.
I mean, we didn't have that growing up.
I wish.
Yeah, I mean, for summer camp when I was young, my parents would send me to live with my uncle. He'd make me dance for him, and if I didn't, he'd beat me with jumper cables.
Ah, fun. You know, I think that's a Gen X thing. I was born a little later, so I was sent to the Coal Glen Mine summer camp in North Carolina.
Oh, you went to a coal mine?
Yeah, for 3 months. It cost $500 a month, and
you paid them.
I paid them,
yeah.
And they gave me a helmet, and they let me work in the mines. It was amazing. Some of the most formative experiences of my life.
Oh, wow. To be young.
Yeah, I had my first crush there.
Oh, wow. What was her name?
Oh, not that kind of crush. Tunnel 3 collapsed. Killed 6 of us. I was trapped inside for 2.5 days. Had to drink my own urine. But it taught me self-reliance. And you can't put a price on that.
Wow. You know, Max, we should start our own summer camp for kids.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just get a farm.
A farm, yeah. Get fresh air.
Yeah, get these kids out of the city. They come to the farm. They have chores. They got to till the fields. They emphasize field work, really.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and the parents, they pay us to do this. But I mean, we give them sort of room and board. And
hey, Walter.
Yeah?
You know what you did?
Oh, did I just reinvent slavery?
You reinvented slavery, yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? Ever since I started interning in private equity, I've just been reinventing the wheel.
And the wheel being, of course, slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so easy to do. But in any case, nothing to do with our wonderful sponsor, Chick-fil-A. Because gay people can't give us free child labor. Chick-fil-A.
Checkmate, liberals.
Yep.
Okay, so I've been gone.
Yes, I've noticed.
I left the country. I needed a mental health break. Vacation, mental health break. It's words. And all of these things happened while I was gone.
Yeah.
I chose the worst time to take a break.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Convicted on all counts?
Oh.
Yeah, hear about that? 34?
Yeah.
Even the guy who only got his news from Truth Social was like, this guy did it.
Well, this obviously shows that the system is rigged against your political opponent.
Yeah, the rich and powerful always being convicted of crimes. The criminal justice system is targeting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the left.
Yeah. So you're saying that the left is out of control. Well, you should also know that Hunter Biden also found guilty.
Wait, what? What was he found guilty of?
He filed an application for a firearm, even though he was addicted to drugs.
Well, that kind of takes away my narrative about this. Kind of seems like the system may be even-handed here. How does MAGA feel about this?
They want to start a civil war.
Well, absolutely. They're right to. This is an outrage.
Okay.
Wait, over Trump?
Yeah, over Trump.
Well, goddamn right. This is an outrage, and I hope that they take it all the way to the Supreme Court.
Well, speaking of the Supreme Court, I don't know if you heard of this thing with Alito.
Oh, God damn it. All right.
Recently, audio came out of someone who went undercover and got Justice Alito and his wife talking about how they believe that they need to be partisan and create victories for conservatism and take this country back and throw out objectivity.
And that we need to return to godliness in this country.
Exactly, right? So this happened at an event about a couple of weeks, about when you left.
Okay. Story time, everyone. I was supposed to be there. The day I was leaving, I was invited by the person who pulled this off. They said, hey, they called me and said, hey, you want in? I'm going to go trash Alito. And I said, listen, I'm literally on my way to the airport right now. I need a mental health break. I've got nothing in me. I am so just wiped out from being near toxic MAGA nonsense for months. I can't. I'm going to France. And she said, listen, I'll pay if you want to change your flight, I'll pay for it. And I was like, I'm literally like, I have nothing in me. And I just such FOMO over this.
If someone makes a major conservative figure look like an idiot.
And I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, God damn it. But you know what? Respect to Lauren Windsor. She slow played them through this. She slow walked this whole conversation. It's a long convo with Alito and then with Alito's wife.
Yeah.
And she did what I probably could not have done.
Had the patience to actually like sit down and hear all their nonsense and nod and be like,
and
this
walk
is great.
them through it.
Yeah.
And
piece by piece.
Piece by piece. It was an amazing conversation, showing them to be exactly who they are. I didn't know that Alito's wife was clinically insane.
Ginny Thomas wishes.
Yeah. So Max, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to Alito and the rest of them because of all this?
What do you mean?
I mean,
happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, this happened with Alito. Clarence Thomas showed that he got another $400,000 gift from the billionaire Harlan Crow.
Right.
So obviously
that's demonstrated. He's confessed to it. Yeah.
I mean, obviously the party of law and order is going to, come with some legislation to stop all this.
Well, actually, as it turns out, on the Democratic side, AOC and Jamie Raskin have introduced a bill. They want to extend the cap that Congress people have. You can't give a congressperson a gift of more than $50. They want to extend that to the Supreme Court.
Typical. The radical left wants to take away gifts, right?
Is this a war on Christmas thing?
Yeah, it's a war on Christmas. I mean, so what's $50?
Yeah.
What does $50 even get you?
That's true. It's just for political.
Can you gas up a yacht and send Clarence Thomas on a tour of Southeast Asia in a yacht for $50?
I think that's actually the point, Walter.
Well, no, you can't gas up a yacht for $50 because of Biden-inflation.
There it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of the need for giant boats, Florida is experiencing a once-in-a-millennia flood right now, as it got over 4 inches of rain yesterday in 1 hour.
4 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain.
In 1 hour. Yeah, it's a record not seen in over 500 years. And
I don't want people to come away from this thinking that there's problems with climate change. Or
no. I
want it to be what it should be. It should be seen as a biblical event.
Absolutely.
God
this is
did it.
Punitive. And I'll tell you what, Florida has recently made a move to make homelessness illegal. Sleeping in a public space, any public space, is a crime, according to Florida. And then all of a sudden, God comes down and is like, I told you fuckers to be nice to each other. Boom, biblical flood. I see no other explanation there.
I don't know about, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I using the Lord's name in vain? Oh, am I politicizing a tragedy for many people and saying that it's God punishing them for being evil?
Yes, Max. When you're not blaming it on DEI, gender ideology, LGBTQ, you're politicizing it.
No, suck it. God hates Republicans, and this is his proof. This is why there's only hurricanes, tornadoes, and floods in red states. And if you don't like it, you can leave us a review. You will be in good company, along with several of our other one-star reviews, such as...
let's read our reviews. Yeah.
Yawn, another tedious lefty podcast. Avoid. And also reviewers who call you an insurrectionist. that says,
Oh, wait,
that,
read the exact
don't
one.
believe me? He was at the riots on January 6th. He's a MAGA psychopath. This man has multiple personalities. He hangs out with the frog-eyed guy in New York City a lot. Is that me? Am I the frog-eyed guy?
Is that you or he's talking about you or Callan?
Oh, it's probably Callan.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Callan.
Yeah, throw him under the bus.
No, I'm not saying Callan. I'm not saying that your eyes are frog-like. I'm saying
You're like, well, my eyes aren't frog-like. It's got to be Callan.
No,
He's the other person in your videos.
Mine are more rat-like. You are also deemed. Also, by the way, these reviews are leaving me out of the show. I mean, clearly you are the cuckold leftist.
I know, it's not plural. It's just a singular thing. It's like, have you even listened to the podcast? There's two people on it.
Yeah, hello. I could be a fake leftist and also a cop, as this reviewer says.
Is that what they wrote?
Walter Masterson is in lockstep with the right-wing military-industrial complex, from denying white nationalists in Ukraine to showing a fundamental lack of understanding of leftist principles.
I mean, people are complaining about it, but I really don't want to stop having weekly guests from the Azov battalion.
Oh, no. Come on.
I don't want to, but I feel like maybe it's time.
Look, if you cave to these one-star reviews, then who are you really? Are you even a leftist cuckold?
True.
Yeah. And, if you want to leave a review, no one's stopping you.
These are all amazing reviews left for me on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, they were left for me and not for us.
Yeah.
No mention of Maximilian Clark. Y'all want to, leave a review specifically critiquing Maximilian Clark as to whether or not he's the frog-eyed person and not Callan.
I have negative traits. I have sort of like a bird-like nose and an annoying nasally voice.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I look like a rat. I look like a bird, but I'm not a frog. Yeah. I love how that's the one thing you're just like, oh, but no.
Amphibians suck, Walter. I'm going to go on record saying that. If you like amphibians out there, you could go to hell.
And speaking of going to hell, we went to Trump's rally in the South Bronx.
That is what it felt like, yeah. And you would think New York Trump rally doesn't really go hand in hand. Well, let me tell you, the South Bronx is surprisingly easy to get to from Staten Island, Long Island, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, where a lot of the people came from.
So that's what you're saying, is that most of the people there were not from the immediate area.
Well, yeah, because we talked to them and they weren't.
That is true. Okay. So I'm not going to discount the people that actually showed up that were local.
Yeah, there were some New Yorkers there, but even the kid that we thought was a New Yorker, was from New Jersey. And I don't know why we're going to pretend that there was this huge outswelling of support among residents of the Bronx. And there's all this black and brown people. There were some.
Yeah.
Right. But it was in the fucking Bronx.
Yeah. So people traveled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know why we want to help their narrative that it was this great awakening and that all minorities are now coming to Trump because he has a sneaker out.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Conservatives, the whole point with progressives, the whole wokeness is not all black people are the same, right? And conservatives are like, they see some people at a MAGA rally that are black and brown, and they're like, well, obviously black and brown people love Donald Trump, all of them, and that's it. They're with us now.
And speaking about how taxing it was to hear MAGA talk about the black and brown support, it was great talking to actual residents of the South Bronx who came out to counter protest about it.
Oh my God, it was so refreshing. It was just like hey.
He's a rapist and an insurrectionist. He's all of that. He's a racist.
But wait, I thought he did a lot for the black community.
What did he do for? He tried to pitch us some sneakers. Is he crazy? We don't want those sneakers. We don't want his vote. He's not getting mine. Nobody wants those sneakers. You see anybody with him on?
Say that black people like him because he's a criminal. So by default, we are criminals, so we like criminals. He have a sneakers, we like sneakers, so we like him because of sneakers. If that is not racism, I don't know what racism is.
I thought Trump did all these great things for the black community.
No, the fuck he did not.
I thought he made the economy great and all that stuff.
He didn't. He literally didn't. Pretty sure he's only made terrible decisions throughout his entire presidency. So I have no idea why there are even like people of color coming to this, because he doesn't care about them. He treats us like numbers, if anything.
You say to all these people here that are like, oh, he made the economy great.
I wish I had an answer. I wish I had something funny to say. This is very troubling that so many black people, so many Hispanic people, and so many Asian people are showing up here in this crowd. I'm embarrassed more so than anything else that people in this country are so stupid. In a country of 300 and probably 40 million people, we have $253 million plus. We ended up with Trump and Biden.
Fair.
Right. So I don't know, the education system, something is wrong and we need to burn it down and start over.
Do you think a lot of black and Latino people have shown up for Trump today?
They are non-educated. These are idiots, bro. Like, they don't know what's going on. All they heard is Trump's giving all a stimulus check, whatever the hell it is. That's why they're here. Most of them don't even know what the hell, why they're even here. It's just stupid.
They're all saying that like Trump did so much for the black community.
Only thing
Give
Trump.
me an example. Give me an example. Right now.
They can't give me an example.
The only thing Trump did was give a stimulus. They've been appalled ever since. It was like Houdini.
The more police qualified immunity, they could beat the shit out of us without nothing
They're
happening.
literally blinded by what Trump did with that stimulus. He have not done nothing. He have not liberated the black and brown community. He have not. He done what every other president have done. They kept us at bay, kept us at a level that we need to elevate. We're here to try to convert them over, or at least try to expose the bullshit that Trump has been bringing to America.
That felt good.
That was refreshing. Okay.
Hold on to this feeling.
Hold on to it. Cherish it.
Wrap it around yourself, because
We're going to talk to the rest of the people that
the
were
MAGA
there.
people.
Yes, we're going to talk to them in a second, right after we have you listen to a commercial.
And believe me, after you hear a couple of these lunatics who showed up to the South Bronx, you're going to long for the escape of capitalism.
The blissful escape of capitalism.
Tell me what I need. What are my unmet needs,
Yes,
and
I
how
just
can
need-
I spend
I
money
just
to
have
fix
to
them?
buy something, and like my life will be complete. Amazing.
I should buy something. I deserve a little treat.
We'll be right back, everyone.
Craving the perfect Italian pizza? Crispy crust, creamy mozzarella, and a sauce with real Italian tomatoes. Imagine taking a bite. Yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, want it now? You can have it. Introducing our new hot and fresh pizza. Tastes like Italy, made by the Fresh Market. Order it in-store or have it delivered. Visit thefreshmarket.com for details and locations.
Welcome back to We Are Not Journalists, the show that Harlan Crow gifted $400,000 in order to influence. Oh, no, sorry, that's Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice.
Yeah, God. But Harlan, you have our info if you want to gift us. So listen,
I like outs.
we went to the South Bronx Trump rally. Normally we go to Trump rallies. We sort of disguise ourselves, maybe say, hey, we're MAGA.
But this is our backyard, and
Everyone in New York knows who we are.
yeah, and we sort of assumed that wouldn't last. So we decided, let's lean in.
Yeah, let's go as ourselves. And we went and asked people, what has Trump done for the economy? What did he do to make America great? What did he do to make the economy great? What will he do?
What do you like about him?
Yeah.
What is a policy that
Yes.
you like? What is any reason
Yes.
besides you don't like trans people that you would vote for
Yeah,
this
so
guy?
and like we were asking this genuinely because we wanted to know. We're like, wait, what did Trump do to make the economy so great?
Why-
And
yeah.
here's their beautifully articulated answers. What are some things Trump did to make the economy great when he was
Just listen what he says, make America great. That's all he's got to say.
What did he say?
Listen, you don't have to be a politician to run this country. It's all about business. All about business. You don't need to be a politician. I own a business. It's business. You trade. I talk to you, you talk to me. It's business.
So what did he do when he was president that made the economy great?
Made the economy great. Everybody was making money. There was no complaints. Now the world's upside down. We're almost in a third world right now.
What's some things that Trump did to make the economy great?
What do you mean? When he was in office, I was making money. Now the country is dead. The dollar is dead. Biden destroyed this country.
When he was the president,
Yeah, what did he do to make the economy great?
money was flowing.
But what did he do to make the economy great?
He pumped it into the United States.
He pumped it into the United States.
You pump money into the United States.
Tell me what has Trump done to make the economy great?
Oh, when he was president, he gave money to everybody.
He just has to go back to his own policies.
What were his own policies?
Well, the number one, Joe Biden came in and shut down fuel production. No more drilling. And we all know the oil.
I mean, he did like a record number of drill. I mean, he like expanded a ton of permits.
No, he didn't.
What's your business? What's your business? Because you're making a lot of money.
What's your business?
I'm a tradesman. I'm a tunnel worker.
And you have more construction jobs.
No, now I'm scraping by it. No.
Like taking tons for the MP.
Yeah.
So we need Trump back in so we could boost these public works projects, infrastructure.
Right.
Infrastructure, yeah.
Exactly.
It hurts my brain.
I mean, maybe we were just not hearing them right. I mean,
you think we're the idiots here?
Yeah, maybe we're the idiots. So listen, the economy was great because it was great, and Trump was there to make it great because I made money under Trump, and
you made money, hypothetical guy, working for the city doing infrastructure projects.
Yes, and if only Biden could fund a multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure project that would put people to work on our nation's infrastructure.
Like removing all lead pipes, expanding internet access to places that have never received it.
Are you talking about all these things Trump did in his 4 years in office?
Yeah, because that was another thing that bugged me. They don't seem to remember what things were under Trump and what things were under Biden.
That was so frustrating. So here we're gonna go back to the tunnel worker here. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Biden never invested in.
Yeah, he never invested in.
Now it's his big thing because now his election's coming up. Now he's talking about all his infrastructure shit.
Yeah. Biden's been taking credit for Trump's giant infrastructure bill.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's no question about it. Everything that they were fighting Trump on now is coming back into them because now the election's coming up because they know they destroyed the country and now they're pretending to make Trump's ideas their ideas.
Yeah. So you're the one that had the inclination while we were talking to him that he thinks that the infrastructure bill was Trump's.
Well, I don't blame him because how often did Trump say next week is infrastructure week? It felt like the entire term was him saying that next week we're going to go to space camp and I'm going to take you from your mom's house and we're going to live a good life and build roads.
Yeah, so that was very frustrating. The guy did not know that the infrastructure bill was Biden's and not Trump's at all.
And that's not the only time someone failed to remember which president did what thing.
Or did the thing that they're mad about?
Yeah, because COVID, all these people blame Biden for his COVID response. The lockdowns, the masks, Fauci.
Oh, God.
All the stuff that happened in 2020.
All right, let's play this guy right here.
So, I mean, think about the whole COVID thing. Right. Well, they wanted everyone here to be wearing masks to get vaccinated. Right. Now, all these people are just coming over the border, and they just let them come over to the border.
Who was president then?
I don't know if Trump was, but not as many people were coming over the border then.
So for our listeners, what you can't see is Max walking away. And you walked pretty far. I thought you were just going to walk into the ocean and never look back.
I needed to go to my room, Walter. That's something my wife and I say. Sometimes it's like sometimes when you're just so mad you can't handle the world, you just have to go to your room for a second. And so I did. I just needed to sit down and just breathe for a minute.
Complaining about the Trump years. You don't like anything this guy has ever done.
No, I do.
Then name it.
And so this is the same guy. You hammered him because we're talking about Project 2025, which none of them know about. What do you think about Project 2025? Project 2025, it's from the Heritage Foundation. It's all of Trump's cabinet members been talking about what Trump is going to do day one in office to fix this country.
He will fix it.
Yeah.
But so what do you think? Have you heard of Project 2025?
I never heard of it.
And you're hammering this guy in Project 2025, and he's just like, okay, Project 2025. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, never heard of it. Refuse to research it. I'm going to do my own research. It's like, well, it's publicly available.
No, wait. Here's the best part.
Yeah.
As soon as he said, he literally said, I'm going to do my own research, to which I asked.
You know, you can bring up Platform 2025, whatever. I'm doing my own research from my own...
Where do you get your research?
All over the place. I get it.
No, where?
Well, let's see. I get it on YouTube. I get it on Twitter. I get it from the New York Times. I get it from Fox News. I get it from Tim Pool. I get it from, figures, Tim Pool, right-wing extremist. I get it from all kinds of online, different. I'm trying to think of who else I get it from online. Definitely Tucker Carlson, who's wonderful. I love him. True patriot and American. Oh, Joe Rogan. I know you guys probably all think, right wing, whatever.
So you're taking their second-hand interpretation. This is first-hand.
I like that he does his own narration for us. Like, he has the own director's commentary, like, oh no.
Figures, Tim Pool, right-wing extremist.
Yeah, that guy was infuriating because, like, legitimately, I'm like, why are you voting for these guys that want to do the opposite of everything you like?
And also, like, we're trying to explain to him that Project 25 is documented and it's not like fine print. It's like exactly.
It's also not fringe. Like, these are the people that are going to be policymakers under Trump, because they were policymakers under Trump.
Yeah, and they were the ones that weren't fired.
Yeah. These are the ones that are still very much a part. These are the guys who looked at what they did under the first term and they're like, we weren't organized enough. We need direction. This is what we're going to do. It's the GOP's platform.
Yeah.
The GOP doesn't have another platform. It's this.
Well, there's a literal document called Project 2025. You can just read it.
No, but it's their platform. They put it out.
Keep hammering Project 2025. I listen to what the candidates are actually saying.
And it wasn't just the economy, and it wasn't just Project 2025. It was everything. We were pulling out our hair trying to get them to be ideologically consistent about anything, to have two consecutive thoughts that blended together.
You debated this one guy about election fraud. That went on forever.
It wasn't even a debate. I was just like, tell me your position.
Yeah.
And it went on like that for so long.
It went on for so long. Okay. I've spoken to this guy before. For the listeners that can't see him, he's wearing a fireman's hat. And he pivots every debate whenever he's losing into how he was a fireman for 25 years. Okay. Now, when he said that to you, Max, your response was,
"Thank you for your service."
Thank you for your service.
He's a fireman.
Yes, great.
That's a legitimately hard job.
Yes. Okay. At this point, I'm not going to do that anymore. When someone pivots their insane opinion with "I was this for this long," my response in the future is going to be, "Wow, that's embarrassing. You were a fireman in a valid, amazing institution." And now you believe in QAnon.
Yeah, that's a hard
be
take.
Like, you're an embarrassment. Be like, take off the
I was
fireman's
a school
hat.
principal for 10 years.
Yes.
And now you're QAnon.
Yeah, and now you're QAnon.
That sucks. Like, there's kids that want to be you.
Yeah.
Think about what you say.
Yeah.
Now you believe in space lasers?
Yeah. So I got to admit, they broke us.
Oh, we were so broken.
We
got there
broken.
at 5 p.m. By 6:12, we were just like, as they were filing out, we had a bullhorn and we were just screaming like we were the crazy people.
Yes.
Project from the diagram. What's a policy that Trump did that made the economy great? What is a policy that Trump did that made the economy great?
Hey, careful, Walter. We're in a park. There's a lot of crickets.
What is Trump going to do to make the economy great? What is he going to do to make the economy great?
And we caught a couple people who wanted to tell us about what Trump did.
Yes.
But they were also incoherent.
Tell you what he's going to do. He's going to promote people that are skilled.
Yes.
Okay, not only in business. Okay. But in trades, because he's been involved in those fields.
Okay.
In both the real estate business and the building. And
what did he do to make the economy great the
first
first
of all,
time?
he decreased unemployment by 39%.
Unemployment's lower under Biden.
You really think so?
I mean, it is. I mean, that's not a.
Well,
That's
then
not
you
like
better,
a.
you better do a physical survey, because I'm a plumber, electrician, carpenter. I ride these trains daily.
Trump did last time is he gave billionaires a tax cut and gave us a 2-year tax break, then raised our taxes.
You don't know who's not a billionaire here. For the people that aren't billionaires,
Their plan was to gut Social Security until they found out that other people could hear them.
Trump and his cronies tried to make it harder for black people to vote. And you're applauding this.
I think the most distressing part is how easy it is to verify any of this. It's legislation. It's on Congress's website.
Yeah, no,
You're not gonna say it's biased. It's literally just the record.
It's not nuanced. This was a huge tax bill that lowered taxes for billionaires and raised everyone else's taxes later on.
Yeah, to pay for it.
Yes.
Because otherwise it is just such a big hit to the economy.
Yeah, and I don't know how many billionaires there were at this South Bronx Trump rally.
Well, statistically, there had to be at least a couple, right?
Oh, of course, yes. So, but we did. Okay, we're going to play this last kid here. All right, to his credit, he had he had a conversation with us. I mean, it was coherent.
Ish.
I mean, he was wrong, but he did talk to us in good faith.
He talked to us in complete sentences and didn't yell and run away.
Yes. Okay, that is...
And which is a win in today's culture.
Which, I mean, at that point, the bar was just in the toilet, and then this kid came up.
Like, he listened to the words that we said and said things that were a reaction to the words that we said, as if he understood.
Yeah, he didn't talk like an NPC. Here he is.
What's something he did to make the economy great?
The economy? Well, he cut a lot of regulations, as you know, which allowed businesses to grow. Also, the tax breaks, as you mentioned.
The tax breaks are for billionaires. The tax breaks, that's for billionaires, man.
But the tax rates for us expired after 2 years, but didn't expire for the 1%.
Yeah, but you also failed to mention how the tax breaks, Joe Biden took away the tax breaks that Trump imposed.
No.
Biden took those away,
No,
and he could have.
He didn't have to. The Republicans wrote it so they expired, and then they did. Also, tax breaks for billionaires doesn't create a boon to our economy and never has. All it does is transfer the wealth.
It transfers your wealth into billionaires' hands.
That's why Trump not only lowered taxes for the billionaires, he lowered it for
Why didn't he make the billionaire tax cut permanent and not our tax cut permanent?
Trickle-down economics.
Which
doesn't work. I agree with you.
No, thank you. Thank you for that.
And it didn't work.
Thank you.
That's what Trump didn't
Thank
do.
you.
Yes, but he gave a tax cut that doesn't expire to the billionaires, right? This is to the 28 bill, right? Doesn't expire, still exists. And then he made our tax cut expire, and then to pay for it, our taxes went up as part of the same bill.
Listen. You said wait. You said wait. Listen.
I got you, bro.
Listen.
Okay.
You said he lowered taxes for the billionaires, right?
Yes.
And you said he lowered taxes for the middle class. When was the last time a Democrat lowered taxes for anyone?
What do you say?
Let's see. Well,
I don't know. We can fact check that.
Yeah, I know. Obama.
I mean, there's been the taxes have gone up and down on like a ton.
Obama. Yeah.
Oh no, Obama. There's been.
And as you know, taxes fluctuate based on the president you have. If you have a president like Obama, who's sending or like now, let's say Joe Biden, a little more recent, who's sending billions of dollars to Ukraine, we obviously have to raise taxes. Common sense, right?
Well,
you
spent $400 billion on the Paycheck Protection
Wait.
Plan, which just went to the bridge.
Yeah, it just went to the bridge.
Right. We're spending how much $1 billion right now to Ukraine?
Right now, like, was it 50? But a lot of that is going back into American manufacturing, right? We're giving them essentially a loan so they would buy American munitions.
A loan, which essentially they don't have to pay back.
Well,
no, they have to pay it back or privatize their natural resources.
Yeah.
They pay back or privatize their natural resources.
Sometimes
it was like those five. It started with. I mean, if you want to talk about
because they can use the excuse that Russia is still invading them, right? And that's a valid excuse.
Right.
It's a valid excuse.
So wait, are you?
If
you don't, do you want money to go into Israel?
Excuse me?
Do you want money to go into Israel?
No.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I don't want money to go. I want our money to go to our economy and our borders.
I mean,
do you think it should go to our infrastructure?
As well, yeah.
I mean, so like Biden home run, right? Biggest infrastructure bill of all time.
What Biden did was the opposite. See, what he did.
Wait, the
was
infrastructure bill?
No. The infrastructure bill. What that did was it basically said that all the states have to pay for the infrastructure for all around the country, instead of being smart and saying that individual states should pay for their own infrastructure.
Wait, you said
no.
the same. Wait, both
That's
times.
the same thing.
I did not say
It's the same thing.
No, you accidentally said both. The same.
What did I say?
You said the states have to pay for it, but instead the states have to pay
the
for
states
it.
have to pay for the taxes of the whole nation.
The states have to pay the taxes of the whole nation.
Listen.
Yeah.
Instead of the states paying the taxes for the whole nation, the states paid their own taxes to build their own infrastructure. You're aware.
Oh yeah,
That's
but
what I meant.
red states get the most funding, federal funding, because they actually contribute the least. The GDP for California is like it dwarfs everything. And then you need the place. In a red state, they don't do very well. They don't have a high GDP. You need California paying that money into Iowa or some.
How are California citizens living?
What?
How are California citizens living?
California depends on where you go.
No.
Yeah.
How are they living?
How are they living? It's still.
Because a lot of people are fleeing California.
Water.
But
Here's the question: if we have an American anywhere in America, should they have clean water, roads that work, bridges that don't collapse?
Yes, we don't have that right now.
Right, but what if that state doesn't have enough money to do that? Is it okay for the federal government to come in and be like, hey, we're going to support you. We're going to create jobs in your state to provide these services?
In that case, it depends what type of services they're providing. A lot of the times...
No, but I'm just talking basic infrastructure.
No, you don't need to pull. I got you.
That depends what type of services they're providing.
Just one
a lot of times when the federal government provides resources, it's not very well allocated. Look at Israel and Hamas, right? They provide resources for the Palestinian civilians, which I support.
Wait, let's not muddy the waters. Let's stay on the one topic before we move on to the other topic.
I'm not going to move to that topic. I'm just using an example,
Okay,
right?
sure.
Okay, so you have Israel and Hamas, right?
And this was a young kid, so he's going to be a college
I gotta hand
Republican.
it to this kid. Okay, so you watch the full video of us talking to him. Every time we were like, nope, that's not true. Nope, that's also not true. He just went right over it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually I had to edit that whole conversation. And so I kept being like, you know what? I wish I had this level of confidence. He did not back down. And then multiple times we're like, no, also no. Nothing but no.
Yeah, well, because we're so post-fact right now that you can just agree to disagree on just anything. Honestly, we should just go in armed with Trump invented cancer and the GOP wants to mandate anal plugs.
Should we go in with something and just start? I'm wondering if we should just do that where we just make things up as fast as other people do.
Yeah. Well, you want to vote for Trump, who wants to make it illegal to buy corn? What's that going to do to America's farmers if they can't sell corn?
And then when they're like, oh, well, he's never said that. Be like, he's never said that.
Where do you get your news?
Like,
OAN?
Okay. No, just repeat what they said. I'll be like, oh, Max, Trump never said that.
There's no corn ban. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever you say, you can say that. I don't know if that's...
I didn't say that. They said it.
Walter, I'm sorry. I went through it the first time, and revisiting this, it's so painful.
No, Max.
Help me.
Okay, listen.
Just end my life.
Listen. You're forgetting the progressives we spoke to right at the end. Yeah, these progressives.
That's right.
Yeah, these progressive kids showed up to witness the insanity.
They did what we did. They went undercover to talk to MAGA and see what they actually think.
Yeah, and this is their first time.
Yeah.
And this is them reacting to their first time being at a Trump rally and witnessing the insanity.
All right, let's hear what they had to say.
What the fuck happened today, man?
Oh my God, it was actually crazy going in. I mean, I've never been to one of these Trump events before. Oh, welcome. And I come in and it's just conspiracy theories right away. Like, you're hit with January 6th and then, just everything. And I feel one of the craziest things that I found was, for me, all of these people here, when they're in their regular everyday lives, they're normal people. They're still hardcore conservatives, but they're normal people. Yeah. Here, it's like they get sucked into a cult, and it's just their whole persona changes. It's like this whole like mob ideology that just takes them over. And I've never seen people worship one man the way that this whole group has worshipped them today.
I was talking to Peter about this, but it's scary the degree to which he's worshipped. I don't think any politician, a public servant, should be worshipped
I'm
to
glad.
that degree.
I'm glad progressives came out and like witnessed it, because I've been witnessing this for the past several years.
I spoke to a high school teacher. She was a very sweet lady. We talked on the line for a while, and so I always think like she's such a nice person, and like the soul behind her is very different from this kind of political vision that's being put out there. And so she told me she skipped her parent-teacher conferences to come here, like that much devotion, you know. So it's very interesting to see.
I think it's probably for the best that she didn't talk to parents if she's a super hardcore MAGA person. Just keep her away from most people.
Jokes aside, it actually was refreshing to speak to them at the end of the rally, just to confirm that what we were witnessing was objectively insane.
It is tough because when you surround yourself by people who are in the MAGA echo chamber, just up is down, left is right, you do feel like the crazy person after a minute.
Yeah, and then just have them come in and say, yeah, none of this is okay.
Yeah, I saw it
go
too.
like, oh my God, whew, thank you. Oh, right, yes. People like you exist in this world.
Words have meanings. Facts exist.
Yeah. Like,
fact checkers aren't being paid by George Soros in order to turn kids gay.
Yeah, like, whew. Yeah.
Yeah. And it takes me back to our youth. You know, 3 years ago when we started doing this.
Yeah. When we were like, we heard they were crazy. Then we showed up and we're like, oh, it's kind of worse than we ever thought it would be. Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
And I don't know.
Young and spunky.
I almost want, do I want the rest? I do want this. No. Yes. I want the rest of the United States, progressives or people that identify as progressive, to attend things like this, because because some of them come at me and they're like, is this necessary, Walter?
Yeah. No, everyone who is center or left should go to one of these and I guarantee you will stop talking about not voting for Joe Biden.
Yeah.
You'll still be critical of the man, but you'll be like, well, we have to stop this, clearly.
Okay, if you're listening and I'm telling you to vote for Joe Biden, I'm not saying that if he or a member of his cabinet or staff is in a room or an event with you, to not scream and throw things and throw an absolute fit, because that's a legitimate response to everything going on right now. However, you know what? These people, the Democrats are not the ones suing the Supreme Court to make sure that black venture capitalist women don't get money.
Or suing the Supreme Court in order to make it legal for the president to execute his political enemies.
Yeah, just things like that. Yeah, it's like you can be legitimately upset that more student loan debt wasn't forgiven.
Actually, Joe Biden just forgave more student loan debt while you're gone.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Whew. Woo! Why didn't we lead in the episode with that? Oh my God, that is refreshing. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, yell at Joe Biden because it works. Slowly but surely, you do get progressive policies out of the man if you put his feet to the fire.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe it's not just Joe. Maybe there are reasonable people on both sides of the aisle who, if you yell at and you scream and you push, can adopt a more progressive platform.
And you just need to take the time out of your day to call them up and have a conversation with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I bet if we put some pressure on a Republican representative, we can get ethics reform for the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Okay.
Pick someone at random.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for calling the Houston office of Senator Ted Cruz. If you would like to leave a message about legislation, please do so now. Also, if you are having a federal agency problem, please leave your name and your phone number, and we will get back to you. Have a great day.
Hey, there's been a lot of calls for ethics reform for the Supreme Court, and I know that you may want to be a partisan hack piece of shit and say no to them, but it's ethics reforms. You don't want a corrupt Supreme Court, right?
Yeah, like $50 in gifts, like capping, like...
Yeah. What, is that going to kill you?
Like Harlan Crow's going to send $1 million $50 gifts to Clarence Thomas now?
Yeah, come on, man. You know, you want an impartial court because you love America, don't you?
I mean, wait, aren't you the Law and Order party?
Yeah, because if you don't back this, then how am I supposed to not think of you as a partisan piece of shit that deserves nothing in this world?
I mean, that actually won't change no matter what he does, but yeah.
It would help.
Yeah.
It would help.
It would help. It would, listen, Ted, it would help. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey.
You know, and just by taking the time to have that conversation.
Yeah, reach across.
Yeah, and thank you for that.
That's how change happens. In any case, we are going to treat ourselves to a spa day to wash the South Bronx.
Yeah, I'm going to go scrub myself till I bleed. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I hope you guys had a great time listening to us suffer.
Craving the perfect Italian pizza? Crispy crust, creamy mozzarella, and a sauce with real Italian tomatoes. Imagine taking a bite. Yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, want it now? You can have it. Introducing our new hot and fresh pizza. Tastes like Italy, made by The Fresh Market. Order it in-store or have it delivered. Visit thefreshmarket.com for details and locations. Are you in a rut? Not with your life, but with your pizza? We get it. Some habits are hard to break. You should try new hot and fresh pizza from The Fresh Market with real Italian ingredients from the crust up. In a blind taste test, our pepperoni pizza crushed the #1 pizza chains. New artisanal pizza from The Fresh Market. Tastes like Italy, made by us. Details at thefreshmarket.com. Of 502 respondents in a blind taste test, 61% chose The Fresh Market new hot and fresh pepperoni pizza over the competitor.